Brian Reynolds called me up 2 hours ago and said, Scott, I've got a Christmas present for you. Now, Brian and I have been doing a bunch of stuff that I had just forgotten about, but he hadn't forgotten about it, just the way he rolls. So his words were, I can't wrap it, I can't put it under your Christmas tree, but we're gonna come over and pimp up your driveway. Man, we could use that, because this last step of grading and stuff, I just wasn't gonna do. I mean, I've spent enough money and time on this, so man, they're showing up in force. The cavalry just came over the horizon, and I'm gonna try to stay out of the way.
Western Oregon, which is where I live, is part of the Ring of Fire, which refers to that long line of volcanoes that circles around the Pacific Ocean, and in my case runs right down the spine of the Cascade Mountains. So everything around here is resting on basalt. Basalt is a volcanic rock. It's hard, it's black, and it makes good structural fill. The gravel that Dexter is so artfully spreading on my driveway right now is crushed basalt. It's called 1 inch minus, and what that means is this particular gravel has been screened through a 1 inch square screen at a rock crushing plant. Everything that drops through that screen is included in a load of gravel like this. Nothing is larger than 1 inch, and there's a whole bunch that's smaller. The fines make it compact and smooth out to where it looks almost like asphalt, at least for a few days.
See what he's doing here, but he's filled up that, I had just an ugly little kind of a drop right around here, and he's just putting it in at a road builder's plane, right? He's making the curve sweet and not abrupt, and man, things are a lot better around here already.
The part that lets all the dirt loose, that
Yes.
goes like this.
Yes.
And so when he was driving,
So Brian, tell me about this chain link fence on your drum. What's going on here?
Well, we've always thought in the wintertime, when the rock has just the right moisture content, it sticks to the drum.
Oh, it gets sticky.
And then, or it peels it up off where you're trying to lay it down and leaves a hole, and then it's stuck to your drum, and then your drum's rough. And yes, they have these nice scrapers here, but they're all wore out. And
they're always not quite right.
I had to find a supplier to get some. So I saw on social media sometime last year a picture of a roller with chain link on it, and I never even considered that idea.
Wow.
That's a cheap, easy way to scrape the drum. So I got some scrap chain link, shoved some rebar through it, welded up some hooks, and strapped it on there. And we've done 3 jobs now and 1.5 miles of road, and it still hasn't wore through the chain link.
Well, you can see it's getting a little flat on one side, but so what, right?
So when it wears out, I'll just flip it over.
Oh yeah, just flip her over and you get another week or 2 or 3 or whatever.
So the one flaw we found to this system is the bungees. The bungees broke right out of the gate.
Oh.
So, man, need to find something different for that. But little baling wire,
Yeah.
baling twine works as well.
So the bungees just didn't like the vibrating and the tugging. And
Yeah, they snapped pretty quickly. Some did, some didn't.
Interesting.
But all in all, I think it's a success.
So it's got to be that you don't have to stop and repair the grate. It's like when the top peels on a slab under your power trowel, right?
Same exact thing.
What a mess.
So sometimes I have my asphalt loot out here scraping the drum
Oh yeah,
to
yeah.
get it cleaned off again.
Wow. Well, you've sure done a fine job here. Just look at that. It looks like a road instead of like a wagon trail. So much better. Wow. And you brought Jay. That's a bonus.
That's right.
He's been with you all day, you said?
All day long.
Wow. All right, thanks a million, man.
You bet.
For the job well
Merry
done.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Thanks, man. That's a Christmas present like nobody ever gives anybody.
Now, my friend Brian Reynolds, who owns this little outfit, has some extra help with him today. His son, 7-year-old Jay Reynolds. I guess last night, Jay asked his dad if he could go to work with him today. So Brian said, why, sure, but you're going to have to get up pretty early. And Jay asked, well, how early? 5:30 a.m. came the answer. So this morning, at 5:30, when Brian's alarm went off, he rolled over, and who was standing there by the side of his bed but Jay, dressed and ready to roll. His dad had to ask for just 5 more minutes. It's 3:00 p.m. right now, and this lad has been riding around with his dad all day long. No complaints, never in the way, just glad to be working. Proverbs 22:6 comes to mind for me right now. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. Thanks for watching Essential Craftsman, and keep up the good work.